sections ago, we were learning how to divide decimals and whole numbers. So now we've moved, we've upgraded. Now we're dividing decimals and decimals in section 5.5 and 5.6. So I have some notes off to the side here. They're probably important since I wrote them, right? So as the notes say, I cannot have a decimal in my divisor. So we're going to have to do some work because I see that first problem. I have a decimal in that divisor, so we're going to have to do something about that. And then the second note that I have there says that what you do to one part of the problem, you have to do to the other part of the problem. So if I'm going to do something to that divisor in order to get rid of that decimal, then I'm going to have to do the same exact process to my dividend inside of my cave to do the same, to match it, to mimic it. That's really important. So as I said, that 4/10, my divisor, cannot remain like that. I have to do something in order to get rid of it. Now luckily for me, I know about multiplying by tens in order to get rid of decimals, right? So I can see by doing this, by bumping my decimal one place value to the right, gets rid of that decimal, which is the same as multiplying it by 10, right? 10 times 4/10 is 4 wholes. But as my note said, what I do to one side of the problem, I have to do to the other. So if I'm going to bump this decimal one place value to the right, I'm also going to have to bump this decimal one place value to the right. So this problem needs to be rewritten again. One bump leaves this as 4. One bump leaves this as 84. Now this is a problem that I can divide. I can easily solve this problem. As you can see, my decimal is here, right? So if I want, I can UFO it straight up. Going through standard algorithm, 4 divided by 8 is 2. 8, 0. Bring down my 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So my answer to this division problem is 21. No decimals to put back in. Hooray! And if you don't believe me, check on a calculator. Let's go through some more. Let's try this problem. 99 hundredths divided by 3/10. So just as I said before, that divisor cannot have a decimal in it. So I'm going to have to bump him one place value to the left, to the right, to get rid of him. But what I do to the one piece, I have to mimic on the other piece. So I have to bump that one place value. Meaning my new problem should look like that. UFO, straight up. 3 divided by 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 9 divided by 3 again is 3, but it's after the decimal. So my final product, my final quotient is 3 3/10. Hooray! My next problem. I can see here that I'm going to have to bump it 2 place values to get rid of that decimal. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Bump, bump. And then fill it with a 0. So now I know my decimal is here, now there. And here, there. $25 divided by 7 is 0. 25 divided by 72 is 2. Gives me 50 and 22. Bring down my 0. Don't forget, I forgot it, but don't forget to put up that UFO. 25 into 220 is 8. Give me 200. Subtract and I get 20. Remember, I can add a 0 and it doesn't change that. It's still 720 whether I have a 0 behind that decimal or not. 25 into 200 is 8. So my final answer is 28 and 8/10. So we've solved a few problems here together. Now let's have you do this one on your own. I want you to solve it using standard algorithm, remembering to get rid of that ugly decimal in the divisor, and then check it with what I do on the rest of the video. Please do this right now. So I can see here that I'm going to bump it 2 place values, putting my decimal there. 2 place values, bumping my decimal there. So I have no more decimals to worry about at this moment in time. I'm just whiting them out to make it clear that they're not there anymore. 34 into 122 is 3. Giving me a product of 102. I subtract and I get 20. And then I bring down my 4. Divided by 34 is 6, which gives me 204, and then I'm done. So my final quotient to this problem is 36. Please reflect back on your learning scale and think of how you feel about this learning target, about dividing about decimals, decimal division, 5.5 and 5.6. If you feel good and feel successful and that you can answer questions like this without assistance, then get yourself a 3 on that learning scale. But if you need more practice, please mark yourself as a 2. There's nothing wrong with marking yourself as a 2 on a learning scale. That just means you're learning.